again, so I think it was just a momentary glitch. Oh well.
Okay, yeah.
Are we back up?
No.
Okay, I just need to make sure, guys. Okay, so audience, if you can see us, we had a momentary glitch there. It happens.
Okay.
But we are back. We are back. We're definitely back on
Great.
Twitch. And so, Deirdre, you're going to go next. I'm going to get a character for you. You are... let's see. You are Marge Simpson. Marge Simpson has got bum implants. You are Marge Simpson. You have got bum implants. So
Bum implants? Okay, don't need it. Are we sticking to the one syllable words, or that's out of the question?
No, that was a different game, so don't worry.
Different game. Okay.
You're just not allowed to repeat any words. Okay, and here you go.
Okay. Well, it's been a long time, Homer, and I've decided I really want to have some new buttocks. You see, my buttocks have gotten pretty saggy with time.
Freeze.
Oh, what was the at 20?
Sorry, repetition of buttocks.
Oh yes, repetition of buttocks at 22 seconds.
I said then buttocks. Okay.
I think she said buttocks and then buttocks again.
Yeah, I heard that as well, I'm afraid.
Buttocks and buttocks
Well,
again.
all right.
Okay, so next we are going to
I think
come...
you totaled 4 buttocks, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so next we're coming to you, Bob.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming to you, Bob. Okay, just 1 second. I'm just getting a note from an audience. Let's just check. Are we still live? It's okay. So we're live on Twitch. We're going to check to see if it's live anywhere else. Twitch.
This is on the internet.
Twitch is live, guys. Twitch is live. Okay, so let's just bring it back to the full screen. We get at least one of these crashes per show nowadays, just because everyone in the world is now using Zoom.
I thought this was just a private meeting. You should have made me aware.
But okay, did everyone hear the other day that on Sunday morning when Great Britain went to church, the whole world of Zoom crashed?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Because they're doing it from... And it mostly crashed in the UK, but it had knock-on effects around the world. It's because all of the churches were doing the broadcasts that way.
We're doing the one syllable game.
We're doing the one syllable game. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay,
God
we are live on...
is cool.
Okay. Okay, so... wait, 1 second.
Oh, damn.
Okay, hang on, everyone. We are back. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? So,
panic like he's landing a lunar
David,
land.
be in control.
We're coming in too fast. Oh, he's gone now.
Al, I'm trying to keep it, exciting. I want it to feel like this is a live event happening.
You should
I'm
have
just
like the Gene Hackman. You should roll your sleeves up and have a cigarette and sweat.
We are still on YouTube, David, saying that.
I am sweating. Right, we are still frozen, or are we all broadcasting?
No, we're on YouTube, it's going perfectly fine.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I've had nothing from Erica to say that the Facebook has gone down, so I'm assuming we're...
Okay, we're back in the game, guys. Okay. Al, stop it. You're making me panic. Right, okay, so... Bob, you are Yoda, and you have a nail-biting habit. You are Yoda, and you have a nail-biting habit. And here you go.
I'm telling you, Luke. Don't bite nails. It's a bad attitude. People don't like that. Learn. Listen.
Freeze.
25 seconds. What's the challenge there?
Repetition of...
I'm willing to agree, because Okay.
True. On the sound.
Alan, I was trying to be nice to first-time players, but there was a few pauses in there, which I'm willing to accept as the actual thing after 25 seconds. And with 12 seconds before he caught you up, I don't blame you for making that decision there. So, Next up, we are going to come over to Mac. Mac, you will be next. So, Mac, you are next. I'm going to find a character for you. You are going to be... Okay, hang on, let me just check the comments. Okay, so we're still on YouTube, but Facebook has dried up. But Dave, you said Facebook was going, didn't you?
Oh, no, it's the YouTube is going. Facebook's going on here. I've got it here.
Yeah, Facebook's going, guys. Just try refreshing the page. Just try, and well, if they're frozen, then they won't hear me say this.
Well, there's no one there. They can't hear us saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I do apologise, Mac. Okay, let's get a character for you. You are going to be Harry Potter, and you are in love with J.K. Rowling. You are Harry Potter, and you are in love with you. Wait, is everyone frozen on me? This would be ironic. Okay, ready? Here you go.
Freeze.
Based on what?
Transphobia.
I didn't see. Okay, Alan, we're gonna ignore this one. Right, so Mac, we're gonna start you again. Ready? And here you go.
You know, in the world of magic, anything is possible. I can take my glasses on and off just like you. But I think that I might be in love with the Creator, with God. But
Oh, repetition of with at 19 seconds. With the Creator, with again. Okay, so fantastic. We're going to move things rapidly on. So let's see who hasn't done theirs yet. Who hasn't gone yet, guys? Who hasn't gone?
I think Al
1, 2,
might
3,
not have
4,
done so.
5,
He seems
6,
to be
7.
slinking off the screen.
Al, where is Al? Al, you can go next.
He's
Okay.
hiding, so he should be in.
Okay, Al, let's find a character for you.
I can't do this game. I have to socially distance.
Okay, you are Wonder Woman. You have hemorrhoids, so this is a combined suggestion. Wonder Woman as suggested by Veronica on Facebook. Hemorrhoids as
Thanks,
suggested
Veronica.
by Nicholas. So you're Wonder Woman, you have hemorrhoids, and here you go.
You there! I'm Wonder Woman, and this bank is under protection. Lasso time! Where... That was the sound.
Hesitation at 18 seconds. 18
Hesitation at the
seconds.
sound of a lasso. That surely doesn't count.
Okay.
No, but hello, then it might be.
And the foie.
Hello.
Okay, so I will go last here. I'm just going to grab one of the characters that's because all of the suggestions have moved on to the next round. So, audience, for the next round, we're going to need suggestions of unlikely names for professional wrestlers. So, just what I mean by that is just as we have real-world professional wrestlers known as The Undertaker or Sergeant Slaughter or Repo Man or stuff like this, feel free to put some suggestions of unlikely nicknames for wrestlers. So it could be things like the Dustman or the Repo Man, which are actual things. But let's see, a character for me to do. Let's just see who have we got going back. Donkey, SpongeBob. Let's have another one with hemorrhoids. That's weird. Right. Cookie Monster.
I didn't even get to the hemorrhoids.
I know.
It's an internet pylon.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to be. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to be the Cookie Monster, and I am gluten intolerant. So I am the Cookie Monster, and
boy.
I am gluten intolerant, and here I go. Ooh, cookies! Give me wind, gas, bloated feelings. Not good for a monster such as myself. The free from section in Sainsbury's, Tesco, Walmart, Asda, Walgreens. What?
Repetition of Walmart.
No, I said Walmart and Walgreen.
No, you said Walmart and Asda, which are the same company.
Okay, that's an incorrect challenge. Incorrect challenge. I will pick this back up. Okay.
They're all the same.
And here I go. My friends make fun because this sad creature is purposeless in the
Well, there
world.
it is.
Oh, okay, but that's 12 seconds, which will thank you to Alan, because of your interruption there, you actually gave me the game, so thank you very much. Right, so I came in with 40 seconds, just closely beating out Alan's 37 seconds. You went for the comedic interruption and cost yourself because of it. So,
Worth it.
now
There's
we're
no
going
place for
to...
comedy here.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
Okay.
why I'm
Some
here.
kind of Alan stuff.
So, next up, we're going to move on to a game known as Wrestlers. We're going to do a game of Wrestlers. And the way Wrestlers works is we're going to have 4 players involved, and they are going to be 2 tag teams each, who will be cutting wrestling-style interviews on each other, talking the smack talk to say why they would defeat the other team. So, playing this, we are going to have on one team Al and Mac. Al and Mac, you are going to be one team. On the other team, we are going to have Dave and Alan. Dave and Alan will be against Al and Mac. Let's find out what you guys are known as. So, let's have a look. Al and Mac, you are going to be known as the Big Boss Bakers. You are the Big Boss Bakers. And the Big Boss Bakers are going to go against the team of Alan and Dave, who will be known as the Wet Blanket Assassins. The Wet Blanket Assassins. The Wet Blanket Assassins. Okay. The Wet Blanket... I can't speak. The Wet Blanket Assassins are going to take on the Big Boss Bakers. So if everyone else can kill their camera feed... Okay. And... let's just see where if our tag teams end up next to each other on the screen. So, Deirdre and Bob, if you can kill your camera feeds. Thank you. That's no worries. And any moment now. Well, I killed it for her. So, okay. Mac and Al, you will be against Alan and Dave. So it's the Big Boss Bakers versus the Wet Blanket Assassins. Let's find out in the main event tonight why the Big Boss Bakers think you're gonna win.
Why are the Big Boss Bakers gonna win? Well, I'll tell you, because I've been busy baking, and I've made the biggest, meanest, toughest gingerbread tag team partner you ever saw. Gingy, tell them what we're gonna do to them tomorrow.
Well, boss, we're gonna ground their bones into flour, and we're gonna roll them out. We're gonna use the cookie cutters, and we're gonna chop their heads off.
And you won't like it when we use the cookie cutters, because they'll cut you into fancy shapes. Oh, so fancy. Tell them some of the fancy shapes we got, Gingy.
We got stars.
Stars.
We got horses.
Horses.
We got Santa Clauses. We got a lot of those.
Do we have the Santa Claus still?
We've got what?
I thought we don't have it. That's seasonal.
Well, okay. How about snowmen? That's less.
We got the snowmen. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the snowmen. We've got the rest are in the mail as far as the cookie cutters. They'll come tomorrow. But we're gonna have at least 4 cookie cutters.
At least 4 cookie cutters, so watch yourselves. But don't, as long as I don't eat Gingy before Sunday, because that guy looks pretty tasty to me.
I'll lock my doors tonight.
Probably for the best.
Of course, it's a gingerbread house, so you can eat the house.
But anyway, Sunday, prepare thyself to be baked by the Big Boss Bakers.
Okay, that is the Big Boss Bakers, who apparently don't want to wrestle you in tonight's main event. But they will wrestle you on Sunday. But for now, let's hear from the Wet Blanket Assassins. Why are you going to win tonight?
Well, I mean, no, one moment is tonight, the next moment is Sunday. I mean, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to get any sort of strategy if we don't know when the match is? Hey, Aaron.
The Wet Blanket Assassins will not bow to the baking people because we'll get health and safety in, and it won't be possible to wrestle
and then you'll be sorry!
Yeah, just like every great assassin, we're going to do everything from afar. We're going to talk about you behind your backs to everyone in PR. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to make sure everyone that knows all the bad things you've done so they can interfere on our behalf.
And you'll soon find out that nothing puts out your fire like a wet
blanket! Yeah!
Okay, there you go. Well done, everyone. So that is the main event of tonight or Sunday. We're not sure, but it's the Wet Blanket Assassins against the
wet
big
blankets can't do Sunday! Oh no!
Bakers. So everyone else, you can come back. And audience, we now need you to vote. Who do you want to win? Who do you vote is the better tag team in this wrestling matchup? If you think it was the Big Boss Bakers, put the Big Boss Bakers in the comments. If you felt it was the Wet Blanket Assassins, please type in Wet Blanket Assassins. I like it. Okay, so whilst we wait for those votes to come in, let's hear from our other performers. Bob, who would you give that game to?
The white black. What it was?
The white black. What?
Yeah,
Last guys.
Okay, so the white blanket makers. Okay, so let's hear from Teresa. Who do you vote for?
Yes, totally. Because Alan's closing line was just poetry. It was like nothing puts out a fire. What did he say? Like a wet blanket. It was great.
I love that response there. His closing line was, "What did you say?" Right. Okay. Eleonora, how would you vote?
Puts out your fire like a wet blanket. Oh yeah!
I like it.
I love this game. It's amazing.
Eleonora, who do you vote for?
I'm gonna vote for the Wet Blanket Assassins.
Wet Blanket Assassins. Wet Blanket Assassins. So.
Just because we're the baddies, Mike. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear what the audience voted though. So, Veronica on Facebook says the Wet Blanket Assassins win. Tiziana on Facebook says the Big Boss Bakers. Nicholas says the Big Boss Bakers too, so that's 2-1. Samuel says Wet Blanket Assassins, so that's 2 apiece. Erica says the Wet Blankets. Okay, Debbie says the Bakers, so that's 3 apiece. That is 3 apiece. Okay, any more coming through? Any more votes coming through? We have a complete tie here, audience. We need to get a decisive win here.
Attention.
I know, right? I know.
Somebody vote, because otherwise we're going to have to actually go through with this fucking match.
Right. Okay, in fact, no, we're going to have a tiebreaker event. We're going to have a tiebreaker event, guys. So the way we're going to settle this...
Dansky's running and cause no contest.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. We go to sudden death. Right, so the way we're going to settle this is...
that didn't work out well for Owen the Rocket Hart.
Oh!
That's very sad. 21 years in 3 days since he died. Very sad. Right, anyway, we're going to have a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker, the way we're going to settle it, is we sometimes do these scavenger hunt style things here. And the way it's going to work is I would like our competitors, so Al, Mac, Teresa, and Alan, to...
Not Teresa.
What? Oh, sorry, Dave. Sorry. Okay.
Teresa look a lot alike, so you know.
Well, it's because you were on that position on the screen, so I got confused. Right. I would like you. I would like you to present to the camera a work of art. A work of art. I'm going to give you 30 seconds starting now to present a work of art, and whoever I think presents the best work of art to the camera will win. A work of art needs to be presented to the camera.
Anything.
Anything. You can interpret that however you want. Interpret it however you want. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm also getting a note that we may not be getting our Twitch votes through. So, let's just check what's happening on Twitch. Okay. Well, I can't. But if I could, then I would. So, oh, no. Swap that round. There we go. Right, that is 46 seconds, so you've had plenty of time. So, present to the camera first. Dave, what is your work of art?
Well, if it was able to be freestanding, it would. This is my piece called Time Stands Still.
Ah, I like it. It's got a name. Okay, Al, what is your work of art?
This is a small sketch called Illuminati Fat Cat, but he's been distracted by this small Battenberg cake.
That looks like a block of cheese to me. So
yeah, Battenberg's got the cross through it.
Yeah, I just made up the Battenberg part now.
Oh wow, you know.
It's actually cheese.
Okay, so Mac, what is your work of art?
Well, I decided to stick with the wrestling thing, so I drew my character talking down the wet blanket assassons.
I quite like that. Okay, and Alan, last but not least.
That would never work.
Well, we're going to go... I'm going to stick with Dave, because what he's got there is clearly the inspiration for Salvador Dali's immortal classic, The Persistence of Memory. And I'm going to go one better than that. Michelangelo's David. Beat that!
Okay, so...
What's it sculpted from? Did you just do that in 30 seconds?
Yes! From my own smegma.
Okay, oh god. Right, so I am going to give this resoundingly to Mac and Al, because they actually drew and created works of art for us.
What do you call this? This is not a creation?
Dave, I appreciate your effort. But I like cartoons, so I'm giving it to Al and Mac. So, audience,
it's people like you that keep morons like Tracy Emin in a job.
Right, okay, anyway, so, moving on. I like that, Al. I like that. So, everyone can come back, because we're going to move on to our favourite game in the whole wide world, which is known as Dance Off. We are going to have a dance off. So, audience, I asked you for a suggestion of a profession. And let's just make sure that we can share the computer sound. Let's see what our suggestions we've got coming through are. If you're on Twitch, we may not be getting the suggestions popping up, but I'm going to try and find and resolve that very shortly. So, let's see what the suggestions of the professions we've got are. Okay, we're seeing what's coming up. We've got a few come through already. Okay, we've got suggestions such as butchers, cabin crew, hairdresser says Nina, Sam says jeweler. Let's have a look. Any others coming through? Stuntmen. Oh, that's something quite good. Nina says on Facebook, snuggly fluff monster. What is that? Oh, is that for the wrestler? Okay, it's not a profession, a snuggly fluff monster. That was a suggestion. Okay, a call centerist says... I think stuntman. Stuntman, yeah. I think we're going to go with the suggestion of a stuntman. So the way this game works, everyone out there, in a dance-off, we are going to do a dance inspired by the profession which we've been suggested, which today is a stuntman. So today we are going to do the dance of a stuntman. And
dance.
Yes, let me know if you can or can't hear this. So, I'm just going to bring up the music. Okay, can we hear it? Yeah. The dance of the stuntman, and here we go. Okay, and that is time. Well done. Well done, everyone. So, audience, put into the comments who you felt is the best dance of the
It was
stuntman.
quite emotional.
I know. I always put the
I wish
music
we could
on
watch each other
random.
at the same time to see
I
what.
put the music on random, and I should vet what the music is, just so it's something a bit more dancey. But I will do that for tomorrow. Okay, so for now, if you felt that the best dance of the stuntman... Damn it, Joe, Alan, I have that same mask, and when you wore it before, I was going to find it so I could wear it, and I still don't know where it is. Okay, but...
It's in honour of our Italian friends.
Okay.
Oh.
So, if you
We
vote
wear
for
it every
Alan...
day.
Comedian.
Yeah. Il Capitano. So, Al, if... no, not Al. If you vote for Al, type Al. If you vote for Alan, put Il Capitano. If you vote for me, put David. If you vote for Dave, put Dave. If you vote for Mac, put Mac. If you vote for Teresa, put Teresa. If you vote for Bob, put Bob. And if you vote for Eleonora, put Eleonora. So, whilst we do that, I'm just going to take a moment whilst you're doing the votes right now to remind everyone that this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed show. And we are live every Wednesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. UK time. We often have a Friday matinee, and I believe we are going to be having one this Friday at 12 p.m. So, make sure you click the subscribe if you're on YouTube, like if you're on Facebook, and follow if you're on Twitter, Twitch, or Mixer. But for now, I've done vamping. Let's see what the votes are. Okay, so Citrus Bones on Twitch says Al had a beautiful WWE vibe. So there you go. Veronica says Bob.
What?
I don't know.
I used the chair, that's fine.
Okay, Nicholas says, yeah, one vote for Bob. It's almost sarcastic the way he said that. Right, okay. Debbie on YouTube says Al for his use of chairs. I like it. Susie on Facebook says Alan. Now, it's Alan spelt with one L, so that's a bit of a confusion here. Okay, we're not sure quite what that means. But Nicholas says, ha ha ha. Like the door entrance as a wing. Well done, Dave. But Mac has a great ballerina style. So that's a vote for Mac. Nina says Dave. Joe says,
there, dude.
Joe says Al.
This is so weird because none of us know what each other did.
Right, yeah, I know. I've never once watched these. Right, so...
involving chairs and props and...
Julie says Teresa. What's quite interesting for me is I have never once got a single vote on a dance-off. I think it's because I've got very limited space. Plus I'm shit. Yeah. Okay, Bob gets my vote for looking like one of the inflatable tube men. I love it. A wacky waving inflatable arm tube man. Right, okay, let's see. So it's 1 for Bob, 1 for Teresa, 2 for Bob, 1 for Al, 1 for Dave, 1 for Mac, 1 for Alan it says, 2 for Al then, 2 for Bob, 3 for Al, 3 for Bob, 2 for Mac. So 2 for Mac, 3 for Bob, 3 for Al. So it's going to become any more votes coming through audience. It's tied between Al and it's tied between Bob. Al and Bob are tied. If there was one more... Okay, Erica votes for Alan. So that's 2 for Alan. 2 for Alan, 2 for Mac, 3 for Bob, and 3 for Al. So I'm going to give it 5 seconds, and then it will just become between the two of them. Any more votes, get them through as soon as you can. Going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it is just between Al and Bob. Al and Bob, you will have the next challenge here. Okay, so your next challenge is once again going to be of the scavenger hunt variety. And what we are going to ask you to do here, and in fact, audience, just before we do this, because it will take me a moment to update the suggestion box on screen, we need lots of suggestions of characters or people from history and unusual things that they might be doing, because we'll be moving on to our finale game shortly. So, well-known characters or people from history and unusual things for them to be doing. But for now, Al and Bob, we are going to have another scavenger hunt for you. And the scavenger hunt will be that we need something that suggests the afterlife. You have 30 seconds to find something that suggests the afterlife. Go. Eleanor and Dave, as you're on screen, feel free to take part. You may be able to steal the victory from them if I decide just to be a bastard like this. Oh no, Dave decided to leave. Eleonora, how are you doing?
Oh,
You don't have to. Okay,
Sorry.
she's left as well. None of them had to leave. No one had to
Something's
leave.
wrong.
Okay, so Bob, you had to find
sorry.
something to
Is
suggest
it
the
gonna
after.
be a dance again, or it's just...
Okay, so no, you had to find like a scavenger hunt, something
got
to
this.
suggest the afterlife. Okay, do you want to find something that suggests the afterlife? It's not a dance. Okay, right. Okay, Al, as Bob is only just understanding what was the challenge here, do you want to go first? Al, what have you got?
Well, you might recognise it, but it's very. I think this definitely suggests the afterlife.
Oh my god, hang on.
It's suggesting the afterlife as we speak. See, look, there's a 0.3. Oh, look at that. There we go.
We've got the whole set here, guys. The whole set. Okay.
This suggests a 0.3 afterlife. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
it.
I see it. Okay, so
I've
Bob.
also got a massive crucifix, but that's it.
Yeah, Bob, what have you got?
I have Jack.
Oh, Jack Skellington. Look at that. He was bluffing this whole time. He had
I know.
something to hand.
But Jack Skellington has sent this thing off the charts.
Because you represent the beautiful
Okay.
dark afterlife.
So, I would give this to you, Bob, for that, but because I have the matching prop, I'm going to give it to
Yeah.
Al. So, well done there, Al. One thing I always promise is this game is not usually fair. So, audience, we need suggestions. I'm going to quickly update the suggestion box. Guys, does anyone have anything they want to plug whilst I update the suggestion box? Al, you
Sure.
usually have something.
I would like to plug my new weekly podcast that I do. This one, the Electric Head podcast, that me and my long-suffering comedy partner Cy Henty do. It's on Spotify and Podbean and iTunes and all those places, and we discuss science and the paranormal, and talk rubbish. Really, it's quite good fun,
And it's very funny.
Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. So the suggestion box is just updating. For some reason, I think this might be what's causing a little bit of slowdown. As I type in the text live, everything's slowing to a halt. So far it just says characters and unusual things they do. Good, we've got it in there just in time. So audience, we need lots more suggestions as we're going to come on to our final round, which is an impression tournament. We're going to have an impression battle tournament now, audience. And the way this works is we are going to do impressions, and whoever does the impressions that you vote for will move through the tournament until there is only one winner. So let's have a look. We have a few characters coming through, but we're going to need lots more audience. Keep putting those suggestions through. If you're watching on Twitch, keep watching, but open up another browser or something, because I'm not sure we're getting all of the Twitch comments come through. So, oh no, Citrus Bones voted before, so, okay, so Twitch is working now. So, okay, let's have a look. So, first up, we are going to have Dave. Dave and Eleonora. Bob, are you still there? Okay, he's back.
Yeah.
So, Dave and Eleonora, I'm going to spotlight your video, Dave, because you're going to go first. And your character that I'd like you to do an impression of is Ozzy Osbourne, keeping a bat as a pet, as suggested by Julie Pennell on Facebook. So you are Ozzy Osbourne, you are keeping a bat as a pet, and here you go.
Sharon! What the bloody hell is this thing doing here? All right, mate. And your rib looks particularly delicious, must be said. What? Oh, what the bloody hell you mean we got into its pet? We got no dogs around here. Oh, alright. Hey, don't fly off, you little fucker. You sure I can't eat it? Alright, I'm just going to record it and I'll just go off and have this inspire my latest album, which I record an American accent for some reason.
Okay, well done there, Dave. Fantastic. So, we're going to take you off the spotlight view, and I forget, who are you working against? Eleonora. Eleonora.
Sorry, was this a couple thing?
No, yeah, you were meant to be Sharon Osbourne, and you were great. Okay, no, not at all. So now I'm going to tell you a different impression you need to do. So,
Okay.
Let's just have a look what we've got in the comments. First of all, Susie on Facebook says, "Hi, Dave." So that's for you, Dave. But let's have a look. You are Mussolini playing with speaking dolls, as suggested by Nicholas. You are Mussolini playing with speaking dolls. Dolls that speak, I guess.
Talking
Okay,
dolls.
Mussolini.
Okay, you're Mussolini playing with speaking dolls, and here you go.
Are you gonna eat it? I prepared it for you. Do you want some tea, my dear? Okay, I'll give you mine. So, how was your day today? What? Oh. Okay. Now we're talking. So, are you ready, ladies, to fight for me? To die for me? Are you ready? That's all I'm asking from you. Just your life. Even if you don't have a life.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Thank you very much. Don't worry. Brilliant. Sorry, I should have said to our new I should have said to our new performers that it doesn't have to be an incredibly long impression. Although Dave, you made it quite the monologue as well. So audience, the question is.
I was struggling for something funny to say and I couldn't find it.
Just keep talking till you do this.
Works for me.
A lot of averages. That would all work.
Okay, so audience, put into the comments now, who do you vote for? Put either Ozzy or Dave if you vote for Dave. Or put
You're gonna say,
Eleanor.
who do you vote for, Ozzy or Mussolini?
Do you vote for Ozzy Osbourne or Mussolini?
Not the strangest pairing with a vote between yet.
Okay, if you are voting for Eleonora, put Eleonora or Mussolini. If you're voting for Dave, put Dave or Ozzy Osbourne. Whilst we wait for the audience to vote, let's find out. Bob, who did you prefer?
Dave.
Okay. Mac, who would you vote for that time?
I gotta give it to Mussolini.
Okay, Mussolini. Teresa, who would you vote
That's how
for?
Trump got him.
For me, Eleonora, she did quite the motivational speech.
Okay, fantastic. Al, how would you vote it?
I think for pure subtext and political commentary, it has to be the Mussolini and the dolls being sent to their death.
Okay, Alan, just whilst we get these final votes.
I was disappointed that Mussolini didn't end up swinging from a lamppost, but apart from that, I thought it was spot on, so I'm going to give it to Eleonora.
Okay, we have lots of votes. Let's have a look here. So, Ott Maruno Bird says Hitler. Oh no, that's a suggestion. That's a suggestion of a character. It's not
That's
a
a
vote.
vote for Mussolini, sure.
Okay, sure. Okay, but Susie
kind of.
says Eleonora. Joe says Eleonora. Nina says Dave. Debbie says Ozzy, so that's 2 apiece. Sam says Dave. Julie says Dave, so he's taken the lead 4-2. 4-2. Any more votes coming through? Any more votes coming through? Okay. Now we've got Brian Blessed building a boat. That's the end of the voting. So, Dave, you go through there. Well done. Okay.
I don't deserve that one, but okay, thank you.
So, next up. Keely says Alan. Interesting. I don't know why. And it's with 1 L, so interesting all round there. Okay, let's have a look. Who have we got next? Next up, we're going to have Alan with 2 L's. And we're going to... Well, I'll call you Al, and Alan. Right, so...
Well, that's cleared things up.
It's like Dave and David, isn't it?
I know, right? Okay, so... so Al, are you always Al, or do people ever call you Alan?
You can call me Al. People normally call me Al.
Okay, Alan, do people ever call you Al?
Some people call me Al, but I haven't given you permission.
Sorry. And Dave, are you ever a David?
Yes, to plenty of people, but for this context, it's Dave.
Yeah, okay. I'm never sure what people call me. Well, I know a few things they call me, but regardless. Okay, so next up will be Alan and Bob. Alan and Bob, you're going to go next. So, Alan, let's have that you are Napoleon and his skateboard park. You are Napoleon and his skateboard park. And here you go.
Well, it does my French heart good to see the youth of today flipping their ollies in the summer breeze like a true patriot should. What? Yes, I know the skate park is the size of elbow. Why do you think I need to get off this bastard island? Not tonight, Josephine. I have some grinding to do.
Okay, thank you very much there, Alan. So that was Alan as Napoleon, but next we're going to come over to Bob. Bob, let's find a character for you. So, Bob, you are going to be Winston Churchill doing... We're getting very political figures here. Right, Winston Churchill doing a tap dance, as suggested by Ariana.
Doing a what?
Tap dance. A tap dance? Yes. Okay. So, in your own time, go for it.
Hard that.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say because I don't know. Really. Fail. No, I failed.
Oh, no, there is no fail. Okay.
I really don't know. What can I
That's
do?
bloody impossible, to be fair.
Okay. So, no, I thought that was great. I believed it. So, audience, who do you vote for there? If you vote for Bob as Winston Churchill, put Bob or Winston Churchill. If you vote for Alan as Napoleon, put Alan or Napoleon. Let's find out what our other performers felt. Dave, who do you vote for?
I'm going to go for Bob because I thought that was the most inspirational Churchill speech since we will fight them on the beaches.
I know, and it was a bit more of a Morris stance, which I quite enjoyed. Okay,
I thought a sailor's hornpipe myself, but
Eleonora, how do you vote?
Say that by a doctor.
It's me.
Who do you vote for, Eleonora?
Oh, I'm gonna vote for Bob.
Okay, so Teresa, who would you vote
this is
for?
like fucking Eurovision.
Teresa, how do you vote?
Yeah, this happened.
I really like Bob, but I love the commitment that Alan put in. So Alan.
Oh, so Alan gets one back. Mac, how would you vote?
I vote Bob because he has great footwork.
Okay. And Al, how do you vote?
Sure.
I have to vote for Alan for that last line. Not tonight, Josephine. I have grinding to do.
Okay, let's find out how our audience has voted.
He does have a talent for last line, for closing line.
I mean, everything that
Napoleon.
builds up to it is a bit shit, but... Leave them with the final memory, though. So that's good. So Janie on Twitch says Alan. Let's have a look here. Winston Churchill says Ot Maruno. Okay, Joe says Alan. So that's 1 for Alan, 2 for Alan. 1 for Winston Churchill, so that's 1 for Bob. Joe says Alan, so that's 3. Okay, Erica says Alan's Frenchman. Okay, good. Susie says, ooh, I enjoyed that tap dance, haha, so it's 3-2. Nina says Bob, so it's 3 apiece. Keely says Bob, so it's 4-3. Sam says Alan, so it's 4-all. 4-all.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Any more votes coming through? Any more votes? Let's just have a look. Check this again. So Winston
I love the
Churchill.
people that people are actually putting down Winston Churchill rather than just writing Bob.
I know. But Winston Churchill, Alan. Okay, Winston Churchill. Bob, so that's 3, 4, 4, 3. It's a complete tie. Once again, it's a complete tie. I'm going to give it a 5-second count to see if there are any more votes. Anyone who hasn't voted, put your votes in now, either for Winston Churchill or for Napoleon.
I hope some
Alan
people
or
join this
Bob.
stream right now and just for these bits.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Alan or Bob. Okay, and we've got Robert De Niro as the next name come through. That is not helpful for
What's
us.
a Bob then?
Okay, so that is a Bob. I don't know if I'm going to interpret it that way because that'd be too cruel. And now we've got an ooh, says Ot Maruno. So you already voted. So Any other votes going to come through? Oh, Veronica says Bob. Bob, 5. Oh, Nicholas says Bob. So that's 2 in the lead.
Kick it off now.
5, 4, 3, 2. Bobby says Keely. Keely already voted though. That's still 2 in the lead. Bob, you've won it. Well done there, Bob. So well done. Okay. Eurovision, Alan. Eurovision. Right.
I know.
Right. So.
The Italian contingent all voting for Winston Churchill because he saved us.
Okay, so Dave and Bob have progressed through to the next round. Next up, we are going to have Eleonora and Mac. Oh, hang on, it's Eleonora, have you done yours? You've already done yours. You can't have another go. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah.
I'm not actually cross. It sounded like I was cross.
I thought it was a different thing.
No. So next up, we're going to have Mac and Al. Mac and Al. So, let's find a character for Al first. A character for Al. Okay, let's have a look. You are going to be Robert De Niro, flirting with himself in the mirror. Al, you are Robert De Niro, you are flirting with yourself in the mirror. And here you go.
How you doing? It's nice to see you again. Hey, Bobby, you know what I like about you? You got such a short name. It's so easy to type. Yeah. Oh, you're looking good. Your eyes are beautiful. You have the most beautiful eyes. Did I ever tell you that? I could stare into those eyes for hours. And you got such a beautiful smile, too. Yeah, it's a beautiful smile. Your face really lights up when you smile. Yeah, I do that voice sometimes, too, because I'm Robert De Niro, in case you forgot. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Me. It's very confusing. Anyone here? just me and you. You want to, yeah? Okay. You get undressed first.
Okay, fantastic. Well done there. Well done. Okay, so let's have a look here.
Well done. Okay.
Oh, I'm hearing an echo of myself. Where's that coming from? Okay, is it still there?
I was watching it on there.
Hello.
Suddenly went blank as to what Robert De Niro looked and sounded like.
You did the face. You did the face perfectly. So next up, Mac. We'll find a character for you. So let's put you on spotlight view, Mac, and let's find a character. So you are going to be, Frank Sinatra flying a plane. Frank Sinatra flying a plane. And here you go.
Well, it's a sunny day. Well, it's a sunny way. We're going to Florida. Passengers, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you. So, I'm flying a plane, and it's plain to see that you're in love with me. Please, in coach, could you please put your drinks away at this time? Thank you. Where's my refreshments?
Okay, and well done there, Mac. Well done. Fantastic. So, the question is, are we voting?
An oddly professional pilot.
I know. Right, okay, so, are we going to vote for Al as Robert De Niro, put Al or Robert De Niro? Or are we going to vote for Mac as Frank Sinatra, put Al or Frank? Okay, whilst we wait for those votes to come through, let's just find out. Eleonora, who would you vote for there?
I'm gonna vote for Al.
Okay, it's 1 to Al. Alan, how do you vote it?
Well, actually, I thought they were both excellent. I thought, Al, your facial expression was spot on. But I'm going to vote for Mac, and I was always going to vote for Mac, and the sudden appearance of a horse's head in my bed has nothing to do with that.
Okay. Audience, I'll remind you, keep putting suggestions of characters and unusual things for them to be doing, because we're going to have at least one more round of this after this. But Dave, who would you vote for here?
I enjoyed both of them very much for the sort of like the ending lines. They weren't expecting to be ending lines. I thought they were very strong. So I'll go with Matt.
Okay, Bob, how would you vote this?
I'm going to vote for
You're going to vote for Mac. Teresa, how would you vote it?
It's very difficult, this one, but I think Al.
Okay, interesting. We've given audience plenty of time to get those votes in. You should have learned by now you need to get the votes in early, otherwise they may not end up counting. So, let's have a look here. Nicholas votes for Al. Nina votes for Al. Susie puts a laughing face and then puts nice, but we don't know who you voted for. Okay, Veronica votes for Al. Joe votes for Max, so that's 3-1. Janie votes for Al. Sam votes for Al. Julie votes for Al. Otts, Maruno, Robert De Niro as Alan. Robert De Niro as Alan, I like that.
That's what's happening now.
To be fair, Robert De Niro does an amazing impression of me.
Okay, and any more votes coming through? Any more? Going once, going twice. Al, you have won that round, so well done there, Al. Fantastic. So, first round.
I'd like to thank Jesus.
First round will be Teresa and myself. Teresa, you can go first. So let's find a character for Teresa. So you are going to be Zorro, scared of any kind of costume. You are Zorro. You are scared of any kind of costume. Audience, keep putting suggestions. Oh, we did just get another vote for Mac come through. So there's another vote there, Mac. But too late for the vote there. Okay, so Zorro, scared of any kind of costume. Audience, keep putting suggestions of characters through. And here you go.
Hola a todos. Yo soy Zorro, the fox. And now I'm here to... Oh my god! Who was that? Oh! Oh my god! Is that a cat? Is a woman? Oh! No! Stay away! Stay away! You go away! You're a turtle man! There's no such thing! Stay away from me! What is this? Get away from me! I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill you right now with the power of my son!
Just let her carry on. Is that?
Yeah, just definitely. Okay, well done there. Well done there, Teresa. So, okay, no, not audience. I haven't had a turn yet. I need a
tough
character
act to follow there.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that, Dave.
Okay, so can we see if there are any characters come through? Any of the other performers? Do you want to choose a character out of the suggestions if there are any? If not, I'll have to scroll back.
Yeah, okay, we've got a couple of ones coming through. You are... I can't see what it says. You are Puss in Boots.
Same character.
Same character, apparently.
So, where is Dave gone? What am I doing?
Buying stilettos.
I'm Puss in Boots buying stilettos.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
I got both Antonio Banderas, aren't they? I've just realised.
Okay, everyone, I am Puss in Boots. And now, everyone needs to see as I go. Pa, 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 pow! Oh no, my feet. They do not have any boots, so I am Puss. And Puss needs stilettos, yeah. I don't know. Right, so that's me done.
Okay. Like that. I don't know.
I know. So, audience, who do you vote for? If you vote for Puss in Boots, put Puss in Boots or David. If you vote for Zorro, put Teresa or Zorro. So, whilst we do that, audience, once again...
Basically, same character, human version and cat version.
I know, exactly. So, audience, who do you vote for? Do you vote for me as Antonio Banderas or Teresa as Antonio Banderas? Put it into the comments, but for now, Al, how would you vote this one?
I think it's fairly obvious. The amount of energy that went into her performance is astounding, and frankly, I think it's the routine to end all routines. I hope your neighbours are not hearing you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still wiping away the tears. It was phenomenal.
Mac, how would you vote this one?
I have to agree. I'm still catching my breath for Teresa, so that was great.
Okay, Alan, how would you vote it?
Well, given that you buggered off and left it to a friend of yours to do your performance for you, Dave, I'd like to point out, by the way, for any complete monoglots in the audience, that the reason Teresa said, "I am the fox," is because Zorro is Spanish for fox. She wasn't just being big-headed. I think, because Teresa gave us an extremely good impression of what I think Antonio Banderas is really like in a fight, I'm going to go with that.
Bob, how would you vote?
For Teresa.
Of course you would. We know. Right, okay, let's see what the audience have said, because I don't think it's going to be a close one. Okay, so, let's see. So Sam says, Teresa has to win for the amount of late night cleaning she's given herself. Right. Tiziano says Teresa. Nina says Teresa. Veronica says Zorro. Nicholas says, ha ha ha, David. 1 pointy for you. Great.
1 pointy for you.
1 pointy for you. Right, okay. Susie says...
You've ever had.
I know.
It's pointy. It's pointy.
Pointy?
Pointy for you.
Oh, whatever. Same difference. What's pointy mean?
Pony? I don't know. Maybe a pony. Pony shaved pony. I don't know. Pony.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Okay, so Susie...
Is it a donkey? Has Puss in Boots one donkey to go with it? Is that what's going on?
Could
be. In the shape of a pony.
Okay, so Susie says Teresa. Ot Maruno says Antonio Banderas as Zorro. Julie says Teresa. And then Jim says David. And Frank says David. And Steve says David. This may be made up. But Teresa, you win. Okay, well done there. So, give a little wave if we have some semi-finalists. Who are our semi-finalists? Dave, Teresa. Who are our semi-finalists? Who else is in...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Alan Bob.
I got confused whether it was me or Robert De Niro, but yeah.
Okay, so next up, we are going to have Dave and Bob. Let's find some more characters. Audience, keep putting suggestions of characters through here. So...
Bob's the top dog, Dave.
Okay, so Dave.
Oh, no, I know it.
Dave, I have a character for you here.
Okay.
You are going to be grot bags. You will be break dancing. Grot bags, break dancing.
Brian's break dancing, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for that great suggestion, Julie. Grot bags,
Thanks,
break dancing.
Thanks very much for that. Right. Oh God, grot bags. For those who don't know, grot bags is a mid to late 80s children's TV character in Britain.
A late entertainer.
Yeah.
Many people mistakenly believe she was played by...
Yeah, come on. Right, you horrible lot. Right, I'm going to go to that pink windmill and shout out Ronaldo. What? Turn him into a little bit of slime, or maybe turn him into a little bit of a rodent of some kind. Yes. But first of all, I think I'm going to go and shake my booty. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Yes, oh, grot bags, cry my name. I ain't cry my name, Shrem. Oh yes. Yes, here we go.
Fantastic. Well done there. I think Tinkerbell has a new contender. So, okay, next up, Teresa. Let's find a character for you. Teresa, let's see who you will be. You are going to be Mike Tyson caressing his cat. You will be Mike Tyson caressing his cat. And here you go.
You're so tiny. You're so good. And I love it.
and everything seems to have frozen on that amazing moment. Okay, so fantastic there. So audience,
I've ever seen in my life.
Audience, we now have quite a tough decision here. So audience, you now need to vote. Was it Teresa or Iron Mike Tyson? Or was it Dave as Grot Bags? So put either Dave or Grot Bags for Dave, or Teresa or Mike Tyson for Teresa. Alan, you were about to give us the history lesson on who people mistakenly thought that Grot Bags was played by. Well, that completely froze on my end. I don't know if everyone else can hear it. Everyone's frozen, so I'm just going to vamp because I think you can still see me. So we're okay, we're back.
Frozen on the huge again, but it's coming back.
Okay, so had I frozen though? It doesn't matter. Right, so okay, Alan, just tell us again who played Grot Bags.
Oh God, it's a lady who's unfortunately passed away, Christine something her name is. But a lot of people think it was Miriam Margolyes.
Oh, do you know what? I see that. I see. Right, yeah. So, Eleonora, how would you vote this?
That's pretty tough this time. I'm gonna go for Teresa.
Okay.
She really made me laugh, and I didn't know Dave's character, so.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, Mac, how would you vote it?
Very, very accurate. That's all we need to know.
Mac, how would you vote this one?
I'm gonna vote for Dave because I have no idea what a grot bag is, but I want to learn more.
You should learn. Yeah, okay, let's just see. The audience have had plenty of time to vote. So we've said yes, it was frozen momentarily on Twitch, so I will just check that momentarily.
Yeah,
so yeah, we're moving again. It's just, it happens. Everyone in the world is using Zoom and everything nowadays, so it's going to happen. But we have Janie says no. She said Frozen. So Susie says Dave. Julie says Frozen. Okay, this is going 2 for Frozen so far. Nina says Dave, though he has traumatized the cats. Ott Maruno says Teresa. Veronica says Teresa. Janie says Dave wins. That's 3-2. Joe says Teresa. Erica says Dave. Brill. I was at the back at the pink windmill. I see what you mean there. So Dave has just taken the lead, I believe. So Dave says what? 1 for Dave. 2 for Dave. 3 for Dave. 2 for Teresa. 4 for Dave. 3 for Teresa. 5 for Dave. Sam says Dave. Julie says Dave. So I think that's called it. And yeah, Dave, you win that round. So well done, Dave. You were into the final.
Well, I want to say that Teresa's was one of the funniest things I've seen.
Okay.
And it had the constant threat of sexual violence that goes with Mike Tyson, which can I just say, in the name of honouring our fallen comrades, Carol Lee Scott was the lady who played
Okay, so that's probably the only time she's been mentioned on a improv Twitch show in quite some time. Okay, so last semi-final round, we are going to have Bob and Al. Al, you will go first. Al, let's find a character for you. You are going to be Sailor Moon with ear-piercing schizophrenia. Okay, you're Sailor Moon with ear-piercing schizophrenia. Gosh, I don't even know how to interpret most of those words, but we'll see what you can do with that.
What was that again?
You're Sailor Moon with ear-piercing schizophrenia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just getting another slight. Okay, it's gone to Spotlight View. In your own time, Al.
Hello there. My name is Sailor Moon, and I have Oh, you son of a... Yes, I have schizophrenia, which means I get a bear in my ears. And when I come back, I don't know who I'm going to be. However, I do have a plan to sail to the moon. And so I will be wearing a sexy short skirt that's very inappropriate whilst sailing to the moon. Anime.
Okay, fantastic stuff there. So next
I'd like
up,
to know how accurate that was.
Do you know Sailor Moon?
No.
No, nor do I. Okay.
Oh, it is Animan.
Was
So,
it obvious?
right, next up, we will have Bob. Bob, let's see who you are going to be. Bob, you are going to be Harry Potter drinking whiskey. Harry Potter drinking whiskey. And in your own time, Bob,
Love it.
here you go.
What are you looking for? You know who I am. I'm the one. You know what that means? If you keep staring at me, I'm going to get cursed. Laura! You still there? I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. Who's the light? I want to get out of here.
Okay, thank you so much there, Bob. Very nice.
I
So,
have no chance. That was a phenomenon.
audience, who do you vote for here? If you vote for Bob as Harry Potter, put Bob or Harry Potter. If you vote for Al as Sailor Moon, put Al or Sailor Moon. But before that, let's find out, Mac, how would you vote this?
I vote Bob because I too am wet.
Okay, let's hear how, Teresa, you would vote this one. Yes, please.
Bob. Bob.
Okay, Dave, how would you vote it?
I'm going to go with Al just for the sheer who the Sailor Moon is, and neither do I. So I'm going to go with his impression and just assume he was right.
Okay, Alan, how would you vote?
No disrespect to Al, of a cartoon Japanese schoolgirl, and I've never seen and don't care to. But Bob was phenomenal. I mean, the cap work was on a level